So I come in here this morning just to see her laying in the feeder. Yes, she just crawled out before I even got to start the video. She's been one that she has pissed all over everything and shit all over everything. So now all the cows and the other calves have to deal with that in the feeder when I go to feed in the morning. Yes, she is a little stinker and she knows she is.
I don't know if you can hear the wind or not, but that ain't my camera wiggling. It's looked like this all morning. And usually, see up there by the hummingbird feeder, Mom's got a bell hanging there, wind chime thing. Usually you don't hear that thing much unless it's going to be crap weather. And now that I'm looking to the south and I can see, it wasn't supposed to rain today, it was supposed to rain yesterday. Where our hay barn and fields are up on the hill, that's getting wet right now. And where our fields up on the highway up that way is getting wet right now too. Looks like a pretty good shower up high up there. And right now the wind's coming out of the south. So that may or may not hit here. We'll find out. I guess on the plus side, that patch I just cut yesterday was cut late enough in the day that it hasn't cured much, so it can handle a little bit of rain on it without hurting anything really. If anything, it might help it dry quicker. Well, help it cure quicker, probably won't dry quicker. I wish I could really show you what it looks like that direction. Weather comes through here about 5 different ways. Now let's see. You ever look on a map and you see Yam Hill, Oregon? It's just about straight through there. Got some friends over there that I used to call, find out what the weather was doing, because from where they sat, they could see kind of over the coast range. And basically, if I was told, yeah, it looks good, don't see nothing coming, we'd go be making hay. Our weather either comes right straight through there and right straight into us, or it'll hit the top of the ridge up there, and there's a corner in the ridge, and it'll follow and head straight east on the south part of the ridge, and generally dump out over at Sherwood, Oregon, or it'll catch the ridge and head north and dump out at Forest Grove and Cornelius and Hillsboro. Or it'll go partway north and come over the hill and maybe or maybe not catch our fields that are up on that hill over there. So, we had one neighbor that always says, yeah, we live in the banana belt. Because we kind of do. Say with the weather always comes from that way. And, it's literally got 5 different directions to go, and usually it takes one of the others. But when it's going to rain, it's everywhere, it don't matter. And look at the nice mess out here. Gotta love it. It looked so much better with cattle on it and cleaned up. There's weeds out there we've never seen. God only knows. And a bunch of ryegrass out there that's already dried out. A bunch of other grasses that are out there already dried out. I keep hearing from neighbors around us, well, what's going to happen with that? Well, apparently nothing unless they put it in a government program. And everybody's all worried about fire danger on it. Well, yeah, me too. The fence is the property line and there's the shop. There's enough going good there, it'll warm that wall up and get the wood behind it burning. And oh gee, yeah, property line here and there's the barn. All I know is if something happens, they better have damn good insurance. Either that or we may be owning a bunch more ground. Because, we've gotten screwed over by them and kind of backed down. thought that was pretty asinine that, you know, we get told, yeah, well, we took the fences out. It's only right. It was your fencing material. It's only right that you get it back. And then they turned around, well, for $2,000, you can have it back. Well, you could have given us $7,000 because you insisted the fences stayed, and we'd be fine. Yeah. I can do the math on that. About, $1,000 worth of used fencing stuff, especially after it was removed. That's not worth $9,000 out of my pocket, but they think so. I don't know. Yeah, just my rant for the day. So, we'll see what the day brings. Maybe we'll get to work on something else, or I might go cut some anyway. We got some that's getting overripe, and I got some other side of those taller trees there in the middle patch up there that if the oats is good enough in it, we may leave it to combine. But I know part of it, ryegrass always takes over, and so we'll make hay off that. Probably going to be stuff that looks about like the ground right here, but they'll eat it. Oh yeah, my wife got home last night. Woohoo! I figured she'd be gone another night or two, but yeah, you know how that goes. I don't know who he is because I can't read his tag, but he's not a bad looking boy. 022A maybe? I don't know. Oh yeah. There's where part of the straw went. I don't know if I showed that yesterday. And part of it got knocked off the deck and cows were standing here, so it went in the water trough. That happens. So, anyway, I suppose that's enough for now. I'll get you something later. Hey, look, it's either raining up there again or it's still raining up there. And right in the middle of the screen is about where our other hay barn is up there. You can kind of see, right over the top of our big barn here, just to the left of the fir trees that are behind it. There's a house in there. That's the neighbor's house. And our barn is, it's across the road from him, but his house sits back. It's right behind a bunch of fir trees that are in the middle of the screen now. It's not raining over that direction at the moment. But, hey, you know, it is what it is. Weatherman lies every frickin' day. Oh, here's something I wanted to show you. I better unzoom. Car looks very big that way. Wife tells me last night after we go to bed, she says, yeah, somebody lifted the emblem. She thinks it might have been, they didn't notice it. You know, obviously you don't notice that kind of stuff right away. She thinks it might have been when they were at a water park in Montana. I'm not sure where they were. I don't remember what town she said it was in. But she thinks it might have been there. So, yeah, that's nice. The dogs are over here looking for the squirrels. I still got to figure out when number one's fiance is going to have time to haul these off, but he's still trying to get hay put in at the moment. I know that. And hey, here's our cherries. You know, it's what the birds left anyway. The only thing they do is knock the shitty ones down and take the good ones. Starlings love this apple tree. I don't know why. So you kind of watch when you walk around it. And I'll bring you back in a minute, show you how far I've gotten. You set the bales back. That was the one that was straight ahead. That was the one next to it. Then that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and the far one. Not like I can really go too far here. There's one pile. From that 4x to the ground was packed in solid. Some of it packed with solid rock. I have not found any holes yet. And this center section's always just been gravel, so we put this queen underneath. Right in here's the worst spot. The rest of it isn't too bad when we got stuff stacked here. If water does come in, it always settles here, so protect those bales. I haven't knocked anything off that one yet. That ledge was everything that sits on top of that board. I cleaned this one up as good as it would clean up for now, and that one, they're going to go right back in where they were, I guess. But no holes anywhere. Couple nice, really icky spots, but no holes. Let's see, it was that spot right there was the size you see it, but about 3 inches of gravel and rat poop. This spot was less gravel, just as much rat poop. That hole is from before we ever put these big bales in, and I was thinking I should have said how long they've been here. Told you the story about why we made them. That's when we still had a New Holland small baler, and we got rid of it. I think we ran it one more season after that, and picked up a 4655 Heston, which my mother dubbed the baler from hell. She and a friend of hers looked at it. It was up in Madras. Had bale skis in it. I liked that. That's the only reason the baler was much good. Most of it wasn't too bad a shape, but when they took it on trade, or apparently they loaned it out, they leased it out to somebody, and the guy left it full of wet alfalfa. Not clear full, but full enough. And it sat that way up at Madras for probably 2 months. Sorry, I gotta get up here and have a seat. And say we went ahead and bought it. Paid a little more than we wanted to, but at the time it wasn't a bad price. Then we found out the little things that were wrong initially. And then we found out, we wondered about the stuffer cam. Had a pretty good edge on it where the roller hits hard. And then we found out that being wore out sends a harmonic through the baler, and it breaks out some guides and stuff. To which we rebuilt the first time and thought, okay, well, it's done. Then it happened again. Second time it happened was a little more catastrophic, but nothing we couldn't fix. So we fixed it up, and in the process of doing things, we ended up putting a new cam in it. $500 cam that we should have put in when we first got the baler. Then we might still have it. We ran it for 2 years. Our current baler, 1842 Massey, exact same baler, just a couple little different things. We've ran it, this will be the 3rd year, so these bales have been in here for 7 or 8 years. But that hole in the ground over there, it was there 2 or 3 years before that. It's been filled full of rock, and it doesn't look like it got disturbed, so they haven't been there. But it's kind of funny, there's no holes. And all the poison bait we've stuck down in there, it's all gone, so obviously it must have worked. I saw one rat. The second bale from the end down there, when I picked it up, one rat came out. And that's all I saw, and I don't know where it went. No, it was the third bale when I picked it out. Third bale from the end, the way it sets. That's where it came from. And it went under the second bale the way that they're setting there. And I got the dogs over here and I picked it up and it wasn't there. And there's no holes in these bales. So they're not in the bales. That's what's weird. I don't know where the hell they are. Oh well. Hopefully, number one gets her. She has a virtual doctor's appointment today for her upcoming surgery. It's supposed to be an hour-long appointment, and she chose to stay home and hopefully have the Wi-Fi work because where they live, their cell phones don't work. Badger Horizon does not work so many places, it's not funny. It actually works better here than it does up there, and it doesn't work worth a damn here. That's why I'll never have it. We've had AT&T, Nextel, and then Nextel became Sprint. And I'm sorry, but Sprint has worked pretty much everywhere we need it to. There's a few spots that are iffy, but they still work. You can still at least text. And I guess you can't even do that most places, so. Oh well. I guess that's all I got to show you for now. Hopefully get this cleaned up good and back together and get some other stuff moved. And I'd still like to get some hay mowed today, but I'm not going to crawl around on the ground and grease that thing, and it needs it. So, number one gets here, maybe I'll make her do that. More to come. Found us a bee's nest in a bale. That was fun. About twice the size of my fist. We're going to put some of these in the barn. I'm not cutting today. It's late enough today. I get one little tiny patch done and I'm going to run back home. And I had to get the grain bin cleaned out. We've got to be done tomorrow sometime. So yay! Look at some of this food. Got the other barn cleaned up. And it's going to get. Only found one rat. It got away. Didn't find any holes back in there. So they're in a different area. It is what it is. I may show you some more when we get down here in a little bit.
These got some straw bales. We're moving our big straw bales so we can put some other ones in there. And he's recording it on recording. But I just scraped
Well, I figured it was going to come out here. It's all over there, and I got room for like 6 more or so before it gets in my way to park something. Put them in kind of weird on the bottom, put them on edge to even up with these. That row right there is that direction all the way through to the feeder. And then there's, what is there, 2 wide parallel to the other feeder like they are, which leaves it just to come right to the post here. Puts those on top nice and easy. Yeah. The wet ones I got back there, some of them are dry enough to put in here, so I'm going to put them on the face of it. Might even throw the wet ones in there too. Like that one with the bee's nest in it. Pretty good sized nest. It was at least twice the size of my fist. But they're in here for tonight. It's late enough. I'm done. Had to use the tractor to set the top ones up. I just could not reach that. You know, I could almost, but not quite. And yeah, loose panel up there. That clear one in the middle with a screen. I don't know how many times we put screws in it. Old fiberglass panels, they break up. Anyway, this is the end for tonight. Please like and subscribe, yada yada, you know the story. Kind of like this one. Sitting here waiting. Biggest thing is waiting for time for us to work on it now. My wife's back. Maybe she'll get in here and clean the cab up. It needs it really bad. And I gotta finish taking the dash out and fix the oil leak in the oil line. Get the top out of it, the headliner out, get the other stuff out so we can clean it up. Fun, fun. Good news is we got part of the parts. Bruce today, he's been sneaking around, calling places, letting me know what he finds. He found some cables. We don't know if they're new or used. $100 a piece. I hope they're new for that price. I found the right style cable. I just haven't found the right length yet to just order offline. Or just take one into town and say, hey, make me 4 of them. I don't know how it's going to happen yet because I haven't had a chance to go to town either. So, and I didn't cut anything today. I think I already said that. I gotta wait for a feed truck in the morning because we gotta fill that tote bag up for number 1 and her fiance's cattle. Make a payment on hauling this thing. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.